It's International Women's Month, a perfect time to appreciate the drive and the motivation of women who strengthen and better our Texoma community. In the first of her four-part series on remarkable women, Carney Porter shines a spotlight on an accomplished leader and professor for MSU Texas whose influence comes from her roots from right here in Wichita Falls.
When we're thinking about how to write tests, we want to think about which of these levels am I writing this for?
There's a lot you can learn from Dr. Stacia Miller.
I'm just a small town girl, grew up here in Wichita Falls.
She has spent her entire career working to influence the next generation.
I wanted to be a teacher from a very early age, and so I think that I'm just doing what I love and just living out that dream of being a teacher.
Most recently, Dr. Miller's influence is being felt as the Director of Undergraduate Research at MSU Texas, as well as a professor in the Department of Kinesiology, teaching various courses that focus on physical education.
3, and what you're going to do is, with the people at your table, you're going to go through these and see if you can figure out what's the highest level of blooms of the assessment.
Dr. Miller's career started in the public school system. But while studying for her master's degree at Texas State University, her mentors encouraged her to go for her PhD. And it was then that Miller realized by furthering her education, her impact could be made far beyond the walls of a classroom.
You know, teaching every day, I was getting to work with kids, but if I could go to the higher education level, I could actually influence teachers who then could touch the lives of more kids.
MSU student Jose Flores Rivera is one of many who continues to experience the benefit of Dr. Miller's guidance, so much so that he has now taken 4 of her classes.
We see her as a friend, and she's very nice to us, and she's just really cares for her own well-being and stuff like that. So
Flores Rivera appreciates the respect she gives to her students and how she strives to help them succeed for the long term, rather than just teach the basics to make the grade.
I come from a really bad neighborhood to where our reading levels or stuff like that was bad, so she understands that a lot of us are not on the same level in college. Even though we're here, we're not all on the same level of knowledge, so she really tries to kind of break it down so that we all can understand in different ways.
Dr. Miller also takes time to make a difference off campus. She's been a part of several United Way and Early Childhood Coalition committees. More recently, she's taken her knowledge of physical education to the YMCA as the head coach of one of its basketball teams. Acts of kindness for a city she says has given her so much.
This community supported me, and so I think it's important to give back because I am who I am because of Wichita Falls and the people in it, and so I think that's important. I also want a role model for my students so that, one day they go and be givers to their community.
Making a difference that will be seen through the future leaders of the up-and-coming generations of Wichitans. An act that can only be seen as remarkable.
I think that the remarkable people are the people that are there for one another, that support one another, that give of themselves and lift others up. I think that love, love comes in all different fashions and forms, and I think that being a good friend, being a good mentor, those are the kind of things that make people remarkable and giving their time to others.
That was Carney Porter reporting. Now, Dr. Miller sees endless possibilities for students to learn more about their desired fields. She hopes in the coming years to pursue various opportunities to develop new classes and programs at MSU.